What were some of those lyrics in that song?
Saturday night in Toledo, Ohio.
John Denver was a beloved American singer and songwriter who died on October 12, 1997, when his small experimental aircraft lost power and crashed into the ocean near Monterey, California. The National Transportation Safety Board conducted a full investigation and issued its final report nearly a year later. In the meantime, many theories had circulated about the cause of the accident and on the nature of the experimental aircraft that Mr. Denver had been piloting. The Rutan Model 61 Long-EZ is a popular home-built aircraft with distinctive canard forewings and a rear-mounted engine in what's known as a pusher configuration. The aircraft was designed by Burt Rutan, one of the world's best-known aeronautical engineers. In 2004, Rutan made headlines as the designer of Spaceship One, the world's first privately built manned spacecraft to reach space. Spaceship One won the $10 million Ansari X Prize, a competition that was created to make space travel more affordable. Both Spaceship One and the Rutan Long-EZ are classified by the FAA as experimental because Spaceship One promotes research and development,
712 uniform is ready to go 12 left at Alpha 7.
and because the Long-EZ allows amateurs to build and to fly their own aircraft.
128 uniform, Metro Tower, roger, runway 12 left, clear for takeoff, left, center, approved north.
Now, about the accident and what the NTSB found out. It was Sunday, October 12th, at about 5 p.m. After talking with his mechanic about an issue with his new aircraft's fuel selector valve, and then ignoring his advice to fill both gas tanks, Denver climbed into his new experimental aircraft and took off from Monterey Regional Airport. The 53-year-old singer practiced a series of touch-and-go landings and then took off for a quick spin over the ocean. But at 5:28 p.m., just seconds after making a routine radio call to the tower, disaster struck.
U.S. aviation crash investigators are in Monterey County, California tonight, trying to determine the cause of an accident that killed John Denver.
Witnesses said Denver's plane was flying about 500 feet over the water when it suddenly dove and banked sharply to the right. It hit the water and disintegrated about 200 yards offshore.
Kind of went up a little bit and absolutely straight down, not spiraling, just absolutely straight down.
A huge percentage of aviation accidents are related to fuel starvation. The Rutan design Long-EZ has two fuel tanks, a 25-gallon tank in the left wing and a 25-gallon tank in the right wing. There's supposed to be a 3-position lever between the pilot's legs that controls which gas tank the pilot wants to use. Some builders have expressed concern about the location specified in Rutan's plans. They worry that a fuel selector valve and lines could be damaged or even ruptured during a belly landing. So the man who built John Denver's aircraft moved that valve to the back behind the pilot's left shoulder. When one of Mr. Denver's gas tanks ran out of fuel, he was flying fast about 400 feet over the water, and he had only seconds to switch tanks. The NTSB thinks Mr. Denver twisted to his left to reach the valve, and in doing so he pushed his right foot down on the rudder. This would have sent the plane into a right bank and, if not corrected, into a descending right spiral.
In closing, the National Transportation Safety Board determined the probable causes of this accident were: first, the pilot's inattention to the operation of his airplane and his inadvertent application of right rudder that resulted in the loss of airplane control while he attempted to change the fuel selector handle. Second, the pilot's inadequate pre-flight planning and preparation, specifically his failure to refuel the airplane. Third, the builder's decision to locate the unmarked fuel selector handle in a hard-to-reach location, along with unmarked fuel quantity gauges. And finally, inadequate transitional training by the pilot and his lack of total experience in this type of airplane.